Forward. Happenstance tends to put all kinds of interesting opportunities and obstacles in our paths. If not for a curious, seemingly random moment, who knows where our lives would be? Case in point. Many years ago, when my first novel was published, I was doing everything I could to try to market it. Part of this process was to scour this thing called the Internet and find other horror geeks like myself. The plan was simple. Infiltrate their ranks, befriend them, then casually drop the news that I had a book coming out. Little did I know that one particular message board would alter my life and introduce me to someone who can only be described accurately as a force of nature. So I joined the site, came up with my goofy username, and started the process of finding my people. People who understood me. People who liked the same things I did. The administrator of this site was a guy named Uncle Creepy. Yes, the same Uncle Creepy whose autobiography you're currently listening to. A few months of posting, replying, and expressing my own weird little interest in the paranormal, and I got a strange message. Give me your phone number. Got time for a chat? UC. To someone whose brain had been addled by horror movies, like mine, one of two things were going to happen. One, I was going to wind up in a building with plastic on the floors, or two, I was about to become a made man. I'm not sure what I expected when I picked up the phone that day. I pictured the voice I thought would come out of the comic book character of the same name. Imagine my surprise when the voice on the other end of the line had a New York accent, dropped F-bombs at any opportunity, and turned out to be one of the best friends a person could ever have in his life. That was my introduction to Steve Barton. Over the years, Steve's been on one hell of a journey. And through it all, there are a few constants that I'd like to relate to you, the reader. First, Steve's never lied to me. Never. He tells me something is true, I generally take it as gospel. Why? He's never given me a reason to doubt him. So the stories in this book, outlandish as they may be, I can pretty much guarantee they're all true. How do I know? Because I was there for a few of them. Second, I can count on one hand the number of people I consider to be my found family, and I don't even need all 5 fingers. Steve's on that list. From our first contact to our first in-person meeting, Steve's lived up to every promise he's ever made to me, and then some. He's stood by me during some tough times, and I like to think I've done the same for him. Third, and perhaps most importantly, Steve's hilarious. You have no idea what you're getting into when you're at a convention with him. The man has effortlessly transcended being simply a fan to become a true celebrity in his own right. He has the kind of swagger that only comes with a life well lived, and experiences that have kicked him enough times that a lesser person would have cashed in their chips by now. And through it all, he's still here. Mostly, though, the thing that I feel best describes Steve is a word that is in short supply these days. Kindness. Say what you will, he's loud, he's brash, he talks a mile a minute, and can swear with the greatest sailors on the planet. But for all of that, there's no one I would rather have on my side, whether going to war or playing darts, although dollars to donuts, I'd bet he'd whip my ass at darts. The fact of the matter is, there's a good chance I wouldn't have a writing career if I hadn't met him. At least I wouldn't be as far along as I am now. So, dear reader, do yourself a favor and buckle up. Grab a drink, keep your hands and feet inside the vehicle at all times, and remember, there's no bailing out now. Steve's the genuine article. He's not just a horror fan, he's the king of the horror fans. He's the horror fan who befriended George A. Romero, Sid Haig, Ari Lehman, and every other horror celebrity that you can think of. The man has an encyclopedic knowledge of all things spooky and macabre, and will gladly share his knowledge with anyone who asks. To me, he'll always be Steve, my brother in arms and my dear friend. To everyone else, he is now and will forever be Uncle Creepy. Scott A. Johnson, author of Through the Witch's Stone, Ungahoya, and the Stanley Cooper Chronicles.
To keep listening to this audiobook for free, Click the link in the description. It will take you to a free Audible trial where you can listen to this and many other books for free for 30 days.